Shut up and sit down.
Namaste, friends. I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And we are Nerd Safari. And if you're wondering where we've been, well, first of all, our house got flooded. How was that?
It sucked.
And then we got COVID. How was that?
Also sucked.
Yeah, so now you're all caught up. And if you enjoy our videos still, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And, you know, we're a bit late to the party on this one, but there's a movie that people have asked us to check out for quite some time. There was a teaser trailer and like a character glimpse for this movie out months and months ago. Honestly, I heard that it was a historical drama. Not really my bag. I know you're more into that kind of thing, so I wasn't too excited about this, but I guess a few things have piqued my interest. First of all, it stars Prabhas and Pooja Hegde, and Pooja Hegde we've primarily loved in Allu Arjun's music videos. Like, the two of them have an amazing chemistry, but Prabhas is also incredible. This movie is also set in the 1970s in Europe, so you've got an Indian movie. It's filmed simultaneously in both Telugu and Hindi, and it's set in 1970s Europe. So it's got me intrigued enough that I at least wanted to check out the trailer. This movie was actually supposed to be out a week ago, but of course, due to the same thing that screwed up everything else in the last couple of years, it's been delayed. But hopefully we won't have to wait too long. But you won't have to wait too long to see what we think of the trailer, because if you want to see what we think, then hang around until the end. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
सुन, अगली बार माँ पूछेगी तो कह देना मेरी किस्मत में प्यार शादी दोनों नहीं है.
I love you, Aditya.
Don't. I just want flirtationship.
Flirtationship.
अपने आप को रोमियो समझते हो?
नहीं. I don't fall in love. ये प्यार व्यार मुझसे नहीं होगा.
लेकिन मैं जूलियट हूँ. मुझसे प्यार करोगे तो जरूर मरोगे.
ओफो, 97 में ही आउट हो गया.
आखिर कौन है ये गुड लुकिंग बैड फेलो?
The great Vikramaditya. I call him the Einstein of palmistry.
Einstein of
कहते हैं
palmistry.
इन्हें समय से आगे दिखता है.
जॉन लेनन ने तुम्हारा ऑटोग्राफ लिया.
यहाँ एक ज्योतिषी है जिसे विश्व के सारे महान नेता मिलना चाहते हैं.
शुरुआत से लेकर अंत तक क्या होगा सब पढ़ लिया मैंने.
तुमने सारी दुनिया को पढ़ लिया है. अब देखना है मुझे कितना पढ़ सकते हो.
पर हाथों की लकीरों में तारों को सजा हुआ पहली बार देख रहा हूँ.
I witnessed a miracle.
जब से तुम्हें मिलने लगी हूँ, हर मिरेकल को मानती हूँ.
You're in love, प्रेरणा.
प्यार तुम्हें ढूंढ लेगा, लेकिन उस प्यार को पाने के लिए तुम्हें उसी प्यार से लड़ना पड़ेगा.
Oh my goodness.
I love you, Aditya.
क्या प्यार किस्मत से लड़कर जीत सकता है? क्या हमारी किस्मत ने ही इतने बड़े भूकंप को जन्म दिया है? जो प्यार जिंदगी दे सकता है, क्या वही प्यार जिंदगी ले भी सकता है? I love you. I love you. I love you.
राधे श्याम 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 श्याम.
Wow, so there was a lot in that trailer. You might argue too much in that there were a lot of spoilers in that trailer. Don't get your hopes up for that boat. But what were your first impressions of Radhe Shyam?
just the trailer itself just took you on such a journey. It starts off and I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be like a romantic comedy. You've got these two people, kind of will they fall in love? Won't they fall in love? You know that they will. And then suddenly he's a palm reader. And then it moves into an action movie with the boat wreck and he's swinging on chains through fires and there's a massive ocean. And then the bloody handprint.
Yes.
I just feel I'm exhausted having gone through all that.
Yeah, I actually find movies frustrating where two people are meant for each other, they're destined to be in love, and I don't know, one of them just isn't into it, and you know they're going to be. I actually find that, I wonder if there's going to be aspects of that, like maybe he's read in his own future that he's not going to be in love and just determined that this isn't going to work out, when you as the viewer know that it is. Like, clearly there's so much chemistry between the two of them. But yeah, I guess one thing that jumped out at me was the use of colour. We've noticed this in a ton of Indian cinema, and particularly South Indian cinema from Tollywood, that you see, I guess, like things like on the beach, like they're on the kind of orangey sand, they've got the blue water behind them, they're both wearing blue clothing and their feet kind of impacting into the sand. Just like visually, it actually had things that reminded me of S.S. Rajamouli's work as a director. These ways of kind of blending in the colours and the movement and the background just to blend all of it into a storytelling device, I think is so intelligent. So I can absolutely see why people are so into it. I really liked the kind of the use of 1970s Europe as a backdrop for this as well. And you had kind of jumping around between different places. There were like the beaches that looked like they may be on the Greek islands or like the Spanish coastline or somewhere. You had places that looked like Italy with those small like Fiat-style cars driving around. It really looks like the movie looks like it takes you on a hell of a journey as well. I've got to say, though, the boat thing, growing up in England, I used to get the ferry to France a lot, and that's a really common thing. Like, you want to go away, you can get a ferry to France in, 2 hours or something? And you can pretty much see, like, from the southern English coastline, you can see the French shore. And you're on this giant boat, but first of all, there's virtually no waves. Like, if there are waves, they're small. Secondly, you're kind of aware that people swim the English Channel all the time, like athletes do it. So you're kind of aware, like, if this boat sinks halfway across, I just need to swim the other half, and I can already see it. So, like, it always gave me hope that, first of all, the boat's not going to sink, and if it did sink, you'd be able to swim pretty well to the other side. And there are no sharks. Well, there are basking sharks, but there are no sharks that are going to eat you in the English Channel. But of course, then you watch movies like Titanic and you see these giant boats, like in this, going up this humongous wave and then down the other side. And then, like, the boat is on fire. Like, how do you burn to death in the middle of the sea? Well, clearly quite easily.
That bit made me so anxious.
Yeah, so, like, the idea of being on a giant boat, even a giant boat like a cruise liner, but out in the middle of the ocean where you can't see land all around you, and you could be going up and down these mountainous waves, that actually scares the crap out of me, which is why we've never been on a cruise. But anyway, aside from that pushing my buttons, this actually looks like a great movie. And I'm sure I had heard, I know John Lennon was famous for kind of traveling around the world trying to find these gurus. I'm pretty sure I heard about John Lennon having a relationship with a palmist who was telling his future through reading his palms. So maybe this is based on a real character. I honestly don't know, but wow, it looks like a hell of a story. Well, there you go. That is what we think of Radhe Shyam. Thanks so much for people reminding us to go check this out. I was honestly a little bit reluctant. I didn't think it was my thing, but actually it looks pretty great. So I'm grateful of you folks for staying on my back.
Looks really exciting.
Yes. Well, we hope you enjoyed our video, and if you did, we'll see you again next time, friends, on the next Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.
Shut up and sit down.